She said it was the right thing to do, that the gravy train had to stop at some point and that she wanted to get off before she became a casualty of it. I think that's a pretty fucking presumptuous thing to assume. Plenty of thieves don't get caught, and we were good. And besides, she could have just quit. She didn't have to be doing what she was doing, but when she found out about Pete... When I've said that I never knew much about Pete's life, that was true, mostly. I really never did know anything about his personal life or what he'd been doing before putting together this crew. I never asked, and he never volunteered any information. But that wasn't the whole truth. I didn't know much about his life then, but Harry filled in some blanks. Pete wasn't just an art thief. It wasn't all penthouses and auction houses for him, apparently. He started with banks. And something like 90% of all bank robbers get caught, but Pete was the best of the best. The feds had no clue who he was, barely even had his height and race. And then, one of the robberies went bad, and a few people died. 3 people. So he came back to his hometown of New York to disappear among the millions. He cooled his heels, and then he started in again, just on a higher brow racket. I don't know how Harry figured this out. We didn't get to that point in our conversation. There's a euphemism for it. Argument. Screaming match. Dropping a nuclear bomb into our tentatively okay existence. I was a little more focused on the revelation that the person I'd been living with for 6 years had betrayed me and the people that we cared about. The revelation that my mentor had killed a few people. I don't know. I'm still not sure. Harry has no reason to lie. Not about this, and I guess there were things through the years that made me think Pete's past was a lot more checkered than even your typical thief. But I wasn't lying when I said he always seemed like a stand-up guy to me. He was. He was good and kind and fair, and the fact that he made his money through illegal endeavors felt really secondary to all of that. I'm not sure the knowledge that he's killed people, multiple people, and not entirely by accident, not like... It should change things. I know it should. And it isn't that I don't believe Harry, even not knowing how she found out about it. I don't think she would have done what she did unless she'd been certain. I'll give her that. But it hasn't reshaped who Pete is in my head. He took me in, mentored me. He was a friend. He made me his ally when he could have just as easily made me an enemy. He saw something in me, something worth attention and care. And I hadn't had that since my father died, and I've thought a lot about what I would have done if I'd known before. I've shared nearly every other thought I've had in my head on the radio, besides these ones, because I had to make room somehow over this past year since I learned the truth. What if Harry had come to me before going to the feds? What if I'd been the one to uncover Pete's past and not her? What would I have done? I wouldn't have betrayed him, that's for sure and fucking certain. I probably would have confronted him about it, maybe. I would have wanted to hear his side of things. I would have wanted to know why he did what he did, how he felt about it now. And maybe I wouldn't have understood it the way I do now if I'd known before, because if I'd known, we never would have been arrested, and I'd never have killed Billings, and I still think I would have been sympathetic. Empathetic, I don't know. I would have given him grace, forgiveness. Even if it isn't mine to forgive, I would have loved him just the same. And that's the rub, isn't it? Harry said that she could never. She said that she wasn't honest about how she felt because she was too swallowed up by guilt. She was too scared to tell me the truth and have me run away, and too scared to start anything when she had this secret. But what if it wasn't that at all? What if the way she felt about me, the way that she'd ever be able to feel about me, changed the moment Billings hit the pavement? She found the truth out about Pete and stopped caring for him in a blink. She saw what I did, so surely... Well, in any case, I guess she was right. I did run away.